Hey friends, it's Lenny here at 1A Auto. Today we're working on our 2004 Volvo XC90. This is the all-wheel drive version, and I'm going to be replacing the upper radiator hose. It's going to be super easy. I can do it, you can do it too. If you need this or any other part, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. Okay, so now what we're going to do, now that the hood's up, we're just going to open up this right here. This is your coolant reservoir. I want to make sure that your coolant is not hot. This vehicle's been sitting for a while, so I'm not worried about it. We'll set the cap aside and we can move along. Okay, so now that we're underneath the vehicle, what we're going to do is we're going to try to get this out of here so we can get to the radiator that's located right here. It'll be very easy. We're going to use a 14 millimeter. We're going to take out this bolt. There's one hiding up in here, and then the same thing for the other side of the vehicle. All 14s. Got my air gun, 14 millimeter. You can use a ratchet if you want. Here's what my bolts look like. There's two long ones, and then the other four look the same. The two long ones were, of course, the two that were hiding. So we'll set this stuff aside. We can move along to the next step. Okay, so I grabbed a rubber mallet, just in case I need it, because what we need to do, these arms right here, they kind of have like almost like this. It goes right up here, okay? So what we need to do is get this to go forward, and then come undone, and then come out. So I'm just gonna use my rubber mallet. Give it a couple bonks. Try to lift up. Okay. Just getting it to move is the hard part here because the way that these hooks are. There it is. Okay. Almost. Come on, baby. There we are. We got this out of here. Let's move ahead to the next step. Okay, so we've got our recycling receptacle here. It's ready to catch the coolant that's going to come out. Now what we need to do is drain the coolant. We're going to come right up here, get a little petcock area. We're going to turn this counterclockwise, that's to the left, with our 13 millimeter socket, and we should have coolant get ready to come out of this. Getting close here. Probably going to make a mess. Safety glasses, hand protection, here we go. There we are. Cool. We'll just let this do its thing and we'll move along. So now we're going to take the clamp off of the upper radiator hose to the radiator. To do that, I'm going to use a 7 millimeter socket and my 1/4 inch ratchet. If you think you can do it with a screwdriver, you can also try with a flathead screwdriver. With these clamps, you don't have to loosen them up all the way to the point that they come apart. You just loosen them up enough so you can slide them up the hose a little bit and you can get the hose off of the radiator. Feels pretty loose. Just grab the hose, give it a wiggle. There we are. There's our clamp. This one looks like it's reusable. If you don't think it is, then you'd want to replace it. This one looks decent. I'll set it aside. On to the next step. Okay, so down at the other side of the hose, we have another clamp. Volvo was nice, and they put it so it's in the way, or the power steering pump's in the way of taking off the clamp. We're going to try to be sneaky, use our 7 millimeter wrench, and see if we can get it off without having to take off the power steering pump. If we can't, well, then we'll deal with that when we get to it. But for now, 7 millimeter wrench. One little turn at a time. Okay, so I've got that clamp loosened up. We might need to go a little further, but I'm just going to test it. I'm going to use my pry bar here. Just see if I can get this hose to break free. You can try to wiggle it, twist it, do whatever you need to do to make it so it comes off. So there's our upper hose. Okay friends, a quick product comparison for you. Right here, we have our upper radiator hose out of our 2004 Volvo XC90 all-wheel drive version. And right here, we have our brand new quality 1A Auto part. Both these hoses are shaped the exact same. You can hold them like this. They've got all the same bends, which is very important. You want to make sure that you can get around all the stuff you need to get around inside the vehicle in the engine compartment there. You get that end. This end right here. Like I said, exact same. With that said, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be a quality part to install into the vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you need this or any other part, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. Okay, we're going to take our upper hose. We've got the part with the semi-sharp bend. That's going to go on the engine side. The side that just kind of comes out straight with a little woohoo, that's going to go on the radiator side. Okay? So we'll get this down kind of close to where it's going to go on the radiator. We'll get it down onto the engine side there. I should have mentioned that you want to have your clamp ready. Now when you're putting this back on, where this is a new hose, you can set it wherever you want to put it. So whatever's easiest for you to be able to tighten this back up will probably make it nice and easy for the next person to go ahead and loosen it back up. So I'm going to go right here. It's not close to this hose. It's not touching in any way. And I just feel like that's going to be much easier for me to get the wrench on and be able to tighten up over time here. There really isn't any real good angles on this where you'd be able to get a ratchet on there. So it just kind of is what it is. So we'll just check, make sure that it's straight. If you've got the end of your hose right here, you don't want your clamp going like this on the hose, right? You want it to be straight, not kind of, you know, cockeyed. So just check it. If it looks good, go ahead and snug it right up. Once you feel like it's starting to get snug, let's see how much further we got here. So it kind of feels like it kind of got a little snug there. So I'm just going to go a teeny bit more. That feels really good. Just about as much as I can push with just that finger without flexing it too much. Because these clamps right here, they strip out fairly easily. So if you're ever tightening and you come to realize that it's going nice and snug, super snug, loose, you stripped it. In that case, take it off, recycle it, get yourself another one. All right, so there's that side. Move ahead to this side. Okay, so we're gonna grab our hose, grab our hose clamp. We wanna take a look and see which way is gonna be the best way to put this clamp. So when we get the hose on there, we'll be able to tighten it up. There's lots of different ways you can put it. Some of them are gonna be worse than the original way Volvo had them on there. So I'll probably just put it just like this, and I'll see if I can get my ratchet in there. So I'm gonna put this under here, put this on there, just like that. I'm just gonna put it right up onto the hose. Put my hose onto the radiator. Should just work its way on. I like to wiggle it. There we are. Just take a look. I need a light. All right. Looks like it's all the way on, all the way around the neck of the radiator there. That's super important. You want to make sure that it's all the way on. We'll get our clamp, bring it on over. All right. Once you get it so it's getting pretty snug and it's not wobbling around crazy, you just want to make sure that you have it parallel to the end of the hose. That looks pretty great. We'll continue snugging it up with our 7mm. Okay, it's bottomed out. Let's give it a teeny bit more. Tight. Give it a little wiggle. That feels great. Awesome. Just putting a little bit of copper never sees on there. It's going to help it come off down the line. So on the skid plate, you've got these little pitons that come down into right in between here. And so this part right here sits up on the subframe area, right up here. So that piton's gonna come up and then sit down into its groove right up along the top up there. So if you're struggling, you're getting it over, but it's just not doing its thing, it's because that thing needs to slide down in right there. All right, so let's get this up here. I'm gonna go at an angle. I'm gonna try to do one side at a time. Go into there, up over that. Bring this around up this way. Give that a little push. Bonk. There we are. Those little pitons came right down into the subframe like what we wanted them to do. All of our bolt holes are lined up. Let's grab some bolts and get it in. All right, so we've got our bolts. We've got 4 of these, 2 of these. These 2 are the same. They're the same as those 2 over there. Let's get those started in. Just gonna start all these in. We're not gonna tighten anything down until they're all started. I'm gonna use a 14 with my extension, just so I can get up in here. Now that they're all started, we'll go ahead and tighten them down. All right, all 6 are tight. Easy peasy. Okay, so when we're filling the coolant, generally speaking, you'd want to apply vacuum, add coolant that way, because that'll make it so it draws coolant into all the areas inside the cooling system. If you don't have access to a vacuum system to be able to fill the coolant, you're just gonna have to slowly top it off. It's gonna work its way in. Once it gets up so it looks like it's full, run the vehicle for a little bit. It's gonna draw down. Just keep adding. Make sure you're wearing safety glasses as you're doing it. Once it gets hot, anything can happen in there. You're gonna wanna run it for a little while because it's gonna burp out a lot of air through the system. There's the heater core, you got all your coolant hoses, you got the inside of the engine, all sorts of areas where this coolant's gonna need to go. Easy peasy.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1AAuto.com for quality auto parts shipped to your door, the place for DIY auto repair. And if you enjoyed this video, please click the subscribe button.